Hello, guys, and welcome to Team Kuribrohs. I am Daniel, your host, and I am joined here with top 16 from Irish Nationals 2019. We have met him before on the channel. What's your name?
Dean, and last time you met me, I was a Scrub Lord. I was playing a sort of just fun deck, and I changed that up because I decided prizes are fun.
Yeah, so you had been on, last time we spoke with you, you were on the Guard Dragon Wombo combo.
Yep. Still love the deck, actually still have it. It's more something I just pull out for fun at locals, something just to sort of keep my brain moving when I do Goldfish hands, just to remember combos. But today I played a deck that just has a special place in my heart. Back to 2012, when I was at my most competitive and at the sort of highest point in my game career, I was playing Chaos Dragons. And this is basically that, but 2.0. It's spiritual successor.
So you were playing Thunder Dragons, you were playing the pure build.
Kind of. Pure.
You weren't playing Dangers.
I wasn't playing Dangers. It's like a weird. Another person commented on it. It's a halfway mark between Danger and Chaos Dragon. In sort of a game's point of view, I view Danger as like a DPS build, Pure as a tank build. This is more of a DPS tank hybrid. It can shield itself, but it can also OTK if pushed.
Okay, cool. Well, let's just hop into the list and then we'll discuss what led you to your choices and how cards performed.
Yep.
Cool.
Right. So launch the list, get this out of the way. The plastic is catching on them. Mm-hmm. So deck's pretty straightforward. 3 Sneck, 3 Dark Sneck, 3 Birdo, 3 Doggo, 3 Egg. Thunder Dragon package.
So this is a lot closer to the original Thunder lists that we saw when Gold Sark was at 3 and such.
Yeah. Just a decent list. They're your consistency engines in your play. So 3 Battery Man that I kept forgetting to resolve and use its foolish effect. So I could have actually done a lot, not better, but had an easier time of things. And 2 Aloof Lupine. This is borrowed from a Yugi tuber, I can't remember which, where he said having 5 dedicated normal summons in a deck is always a good thing. And the amount of times that I actually opted to go for this over this, because this unbricked my hand.
Lupin is
completely lost count about how many times that actually came up. 3 of the most relevant hand trap, especially with Metaverse being in at the moment. This just.
Did you encounter anyone playing Metaverse?
I encountered 2 players, lost to 1, beat the other.
Okay.
Then this is kind of the creme de la creme, the ace of the deck. The reason. So Darkest Diabolus, 2 Levineer and 1 Chaos Emperor Dragon, the Chaos Dragon package, and these guys single-handedly are the reason I took games over and over and over again. I'm going to get into this guy a little bit later on just to sort of explain the value of him in the deck. And then your spells are fairly standard. 1 Gold Sark because it's your starter. 3 Allure, best starter in the deck, hands down. 2 Instant, which I'm not sold on. I actually might be cutting these just to main Super Poly, but they didn't do much. They were actually unimpactful and actually at once they almost clogged me.
Just summoning Kaminari attack?
Yeah, Thousand Eyes Restrict was completely inconsequential. 2 Pots of Desires, this was stupidly clutch. So many games. What gets you your Chaos Dragon package, and again, came in handy so often, unbrick to hand.
Yeah, just 2 Melody.
Yeah, just 2 Melody. It's kind of like nearly everything here is a 2 apart from Allure.
Yeah.
2 Thunder Dragon Fusion and 2 Cosmic Cyclones because mine is in this format.
Yeah.
Wouldn't change the spells other than the instant fusions. Might consider Super Poly, might consider Call by the Grave. I just didn't like the instant fusion engine. Yeah. So into the extra. We got if I pronounce this wrong, I'm going to be killed. Kungsreich der Dulanzen. Duelist Kingdom. I probably butchered that name. I asked someone in work how to pronounce it because I was really curious. And then onto the Thunder Dragon. So 3 Colossus and 2 Titan.
Okay.
Pretty standard. Do what they need to do. They weren't double sleeve for the event. I just want to protect my sleeves now.
You just like it.
I do. Starving Venom, easily one of the most clutch cards in the extra deck as well, especially with Super Poly. Won me 1 match and stole a game back for me on 2 separate occasions. So, really good. The cards I'm not too sure of. This clogged once and I ended up having to, because I completely forgot that you can't make Colossus with this. Right. So I ended up turning it into Unicorn, ended up managing to take the game because of that, but I found him not extending plays, more so
It's potentially less relevant when you have Lupine.
Yeah.
Because prior to Lupine, it was very important.
This, again, I used it once and it didn't even use its effect. It was literally just to make a wee witch to gain some arrows. And again, not really something I was...
It was underwhelming.
Yeah. Wee witch, loved her all weekend. And one thing that a lot of people commented on was to summon Summoner. I went through both, every duel, every match. And seeing both was just amazing every time. MVP link of the deck. This won me my first round. It won me my second round, fourth round. Like, this was the clincher. Yeah, never made this, but there were so many points in the game where I was like, if I can get into this, I can win the game. But I ended up saying, well, if I can get into the Unicorn instead, it also wins me the game. Sure. So this could have won me the game over Unicorn, but I didn't want to extend that far.
Yeah.
One negator, rank 8, just because it's good to have general negates. I'm running level 8s, having rank 8 is good. I didn't want to go for Stein because I'm already minusing my hand so much. And then definitely MVP rank 8. Again, stole me it stole the 2 rounds for me, almost hands down. And that was the extra deck.
Cool.
Now on to side. 3 Denko Rekka, just came in handy.
You're playing the fusion, you can search the card.
Yeah.
Really good.
And I did actually against Salamangreat and just sort of dropped that, and my opponent went, oh, that's a card. Yep. Best side deck card in the game. Outed so many boards. Sphere mode never came up. Never needed to use it. Had it in hand a few times, never had to use it. Twins, again, came in clutch a lot of the time.
Yeah. And
then a super poly package, and again, stole me so many games. It was amazing.
Sure. So overall, are there any changes that you would be looking to make to the build other than the instant fusion package?
I'm definitely dropping one of the instant fusion targets. I'm most definitely going to drop the Thousand Eyes Restrict for a Link Kuriboh, because in the top 16 in the first round, in the first game, had I Link Kuriboh, the dead hand I opened, the brick turned into actually a wombo combo hand if I had a Link Kuriboh, and that was the first time I noticed how desperately I wanted that card. So I'm actually going to drop this straight away for a Link Kuriboh. That's already been decided upon.
How can you go into Link Kuriboh with the deck? Using the egg.
Using the egg, and that's what I needed it for. Yeah, and that's exactly what I needed it for at the time, was to get the egg into the grave so I could use the Hawk to bring it back and then go into a Colossus play. Sure. My opponent even said, had I made a Colossus in that first game in top 16, he would have just pretty much been done. He had a bad hand, he needed his searches to go off to get a better hand, so...
with your Chaos Dragon package, would you consider playing the third Chaos Dragon Legionnaire, or do you think that this ratio is the correct ratio?
So I will talk about these 4 in a little bit more detail, because everyone knows what the Thunder Dragons do. But my reasoning for these is not what some people will think. So this guy's obvious. Popping a card from your opponent's hand is just good. It's good practice.
He's really strong as a striker as well.
Yeah, actually also against Salamangreat a little bit as well.
3K guys that are hard to
Yeah, against Spiral he's not bad either. He was just a good general body to have. I'm playing this over the third Legionnaire because the amount of times you can't actually summon this because you're -1, but you could summon this. And that became the biggest sort of debate in my mind when I activated a Melody. Do I want to grab you always grab Darkest Diabolus, but then you decide which one of these you're going for.
Right.
And it's almost 50-50 every time. I'd say it's equal scales. I've grabbed both.
Because you don't have the danger package, you have more difficulty getting materials in grave. And so sometimes...
I wouldn't even say difficulty, just more so the graveyard setup is just a bit different. It's not as plentiful. And that's when this comes in and you can just easily summon this and there's your rank 8 without having to use a Colossus.
Yeah.
And then this guy, I'm playing him not for the reason some people might think, for like a Monster Reborn or the hand pop. The biggest reason I wanted him in the deck was recursion. The big thing I noticed about danger builds was they commit their whole board to hand. If you break that board, they can't rebuild a board, anything similar to that. Against regular Thunder Dragons as well, if you break their board, they might get a little bit back, but not much. This card is a, Monster Reborn, Upstart Goblin, and a miniature Regeki, all off the one effect. The one effect I always resolved and always wanted to resolve was the Chaos effect, the light and dark package, because it allowed me to go him chain 1, organize my Thunder Dragons as chain 2, chain 3, chain 4, so, Dark, Roar, and Egg or Hawk.
Yeah, and you just get advantage.
Yeah,
and can kind of reestablish.
Yeah, 1 to field, 1 to hand, and -2 their board.
Yep.
So, could not have been happier with him. Mm-hmm. So yeah, that was the deck.
Any other thoughts on the deck with cards you changed, or are you pretty happy?
I am beyond happy with the deck. I whiffed in top cut. I think with a player who's probably a bit more skilled than me would definitely take this deck to a higher level. But as it is, not with any changes. It reacts really well. It's sort of a proactive deck. It doesn't just react. It sort of forces your opponents into lines of play, of which you can then abuse, especially with Leveneer. It was just, from start to finish, a very strong deck. I actually managed to beat a Thunder Danger variant with it, but that was thanks to Super Poly, so siding was really important.
Super Poly, good card.
Yeah, Super Poly, amazing card. Really happy with it, and helps you discard cards, sort of fill your graveyard for the Chaos package.
Yeah.
So I was really happy with it from start to finish.
Is there a reason that you did not... Oh, you did play the Gold Sark.
Yeah, 1 Gold Sark. Would love it a bit more, but can't have that, so...
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, any final thoughts, shout-outs?
I have a few shout-outs. One to Team Kuribrohs member, Jamie Bradshaw. He theoried the deck with me so often. He's the reason I put Denkos into the side. We were originally going to go with Eradicator Epidemic. Denko just became too relevant to the point where it's my priority trade on the day that I was trying to get, because those are borrowed.
Did you consider playing, with what you've seen from the event, would you consider playing Epidemic instead of the Sphere modes, or do you think Sphere mode is still important?
I'm actually thinking of going Lava Golem, or maybe the Thunder Kaiju, or 2 Thunder Kaiju and another Kaiju instead. I'm going to sit down and think of it. I think as the meta moves forward, people are still making hard to break boards at 3, and it still is a great way to out any Guard Dragon variants, such as the Danger or the Pendulum variant.
Yes.
So I think it's too important to... I didn't see any on the day, but if I had, I was confident it was in my side deck. So if I took game 1...
It plus Super Poly means you have 5 ways to kind of reduce their board a bit.
Yeah, and my board is such an easy board to make, which is literally a single monster, which I found over the weekend happening so often. Just a single Colossus being more than enough to literally float me through 3 or 4 turns until I could establish a better attack strategy.
I mean, the pure build is very safe from interaction.
Yeah.
It's hard to disrupt.
Yeah, and it was a really back and forth game state, which is what I wanted from my Yu-Gi-Oh deck. I didn't want to just OTK or say they were locked out of the game. I wanted to have a back and forth, something akin to what we would have played in 2012. And it was really nice to have that for a day. I had a really, really fun Nationals because of it. To the point where I had such amazing opponents, and I suppose this is where the shout-outs, nice segue into the shout-outs, is Johan, Dylan, Tang, Martina, Ryan, Oshin, Daniel, Tom, and Luke. Every single one of them was chatty, fun, and amazing. So shout outs to all of you for having really fun duels. The deck went X2. It lost to Trickstar Mine because I cited out my spell and trap card removal because I didn't think he was playing mine because he didn't reveal it in the first game.
Yeah.
And I lost to Orcus just because I made a subpar board in game 1 that he could break through, and then he just took it from there, and there's no way to win. And then I got knocked out of top 16 by Striker by Luke Smite. I got smited. But again, every single opponent was fun to play against. Really, really cordial, really pleasant, and I'm a chatty guy, so it was great to actually sit down and have a conversation while playing a game. So,
awesome. Well, thank you very much. Congratulations
on your
first Nationals top, right?
Yeah, first ever. I topped Nationals last year, but it was through the pair down. So not only did I first proper top, and first proper top was also the playoffs, playing a deck that again is the spiritual successor to my favorite deck ever. So it was almost like a 3-tiered good feeling of having fun games, playing a deck I adored, and also making it into top cut because of it, and kind of having my choices be rewarded over some of the more sort of standard choices. So that was.
You had been on Salad, and
I played Salad. I played Crusadia. I think I had Cyber Dragons as well. I could have played, but this was just the one I really wanted to play because it was Chaos Dragons. They'll always have a special place in my heart.
Awesome. Well, congratulations.
Thank you again,
and we will hopefully see you soon.
Thank you.